Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're not doing anything really big. We're just doing some things that gotta get done. And that's just the nature of this build. There's gonna be a lot of videos like that where we're just doing little maintenance things, rebuilding certain things. I think the front axle knuckles might need to be rebuilt, but today we're doing something really good. So if you don't know, on the 2nd gen 4Runners, the way they mount the battery, it's not the most secure. And the batteries tend to slide towards the power steering pump. The pump wears through the battery and then it spits acid all over your engine bay. So today we're gonna be taking some of this angle iron. This is, I believe, 1 1/4. Oh no, it's 1 inch by 1/8 inch thick. So we're gonna be taking this and we're just gonna be making a tray that we're gonna tack into the engine bay. And that's gonna allow this battery to sit securely and not be sliding around all over, which is gonna be really important when we're rock crawling. At some point, I am gonna basically make a better way to secure this to this tray, but for now, this will work just fine, especially when I'm not driving around. Some other really exciting news before we get started on this video. Today we're ordering the seats. So we're doing PRP Comp Elites. We're doing the front driver and the front passenger. We're not doing the rear seats yet because I want to see kind of how the cage stacks out. But yeah, so we're getting those today. We're ordering our harnesses that are going to be the 5.3 by 2, I believe. They're the 5-point harnesses that are 2 inches thick and have the cam lock. I really want the cam lock. I don't want the buckle system. Cam lock's being nice. It's going to be really easy for people to understand, so I can take passengers out, and that's going to be really fun. Also, we're going to be ordering our Heim joints today. So we're going to be starting here in the next couple of weeks, starting on our suspension. We're going to be doing the front first, doing the front 3-link. And the reason I'm doing the front first is because I want to see how that axle stacks up with the oil pan and everything. And then once we figure out our lowest ride height possible in the front and our front bump and everything, then we can build out the rear and I'll make it kind of match. So that's kind of why I'm doing that. Also, we're going to have to relocate the gas tank, and I don't yet have a way to make a new fuel cell. So we're going to be waiting on that, but we're doing the front 3-link first. It's going to be really sweet. So anyway, so the first thing we're going to do, let me pull you guys in real quick and I'll show you the first thing we're going to do. Alrighty, so what we're going to be doing first on this battery, we need to grab some measurements. Now, you can see all these ridges here on the side. Unfortunately, our angle iron just touches that top ridge. So what we're going to have to do is measure this side of the battery from ridge to ridge. So we're going to do that right now. And that measurement is 10 3/16. So we're going to go 10 1/4. Just give us a little bit of wiggle room there. So we're going to be 10 1/4 on the side. And then here, which is going to be flat to flat, is 6 5/8. 6 5/8. So we'll go 6 5/8 because that's I don't think that'll be too terrible. And we can kind of adjust things. Actually, we'll go 6 11/16. So I think that's the next, 6 11/16. Just give us a little bit of wiggle room. So we'll do that. Let's go over and let's start cutting metal. Alrighty guys, now this is the most important step, and that is laying out our lines. I'm going to be laying everything out really rough. We can always go back and grind away a little bit of metal if we need to. But let's remember our measurements. So we had 10 1/4 and 11 and 6 16ths. God, 6 11/16, not 6 16/16. So we're gonna go through. We're gonna mark those out. Actually, we're only gonna mark them one at a time because I don't exactly know how much we're gonna be consumed by the blade, and so we're just gonna mark them out one at a time, cut them one at a time. Take a little bit longer, but that's okay. I'd rather have it done right the first time than, try and save a little bit of extra time. So we're gonna go through. We're gonna mark those out real quick. All right, now what you can see I did there is I made our little mark. And then I also made a line right here so I know which direction I'm going to be cutting in. Also made a mark down here. We're going to be cutting all these at a 45, just so I don't have to mess with material, I guess, cutting things and welding things up weird. But that's kind of how we got that. So we got that set up. We're gonna pull out our cutter real quick, and we will start cutting this metal out. Alrighty, so we got our first piece cut here. We're gonna go ahead and measure it real quick, but I'm pretty sure we got it dead on. So we're just gonna go through and do this 3 more times. Alrighty, so we got all 4 of our pieces cut up. They're all actually pretty dead on for consistent cuts, and the measurements are absolutely perfect. So we're gonna go through, we're gonna clean these up real quick with an angle grinder, spray them down with some alcohol, just kind of get all the oil and grease off of them, and then we'll start welding them up. So let's get to it. Alrighty guys, so as you saw, I went through and I ground down the outsides of these, and the reason why I ground down the outside is because everything's actually going to be welded on the outside. That's also why I kind of took off the edges here, is because when these two fit up like that, I know that's terrible fitment, but we're going to be welding right there just to keep all those inside tolerances nice and tight so that we can drop that battery straight in and it's not going anywhere. So we're going to wipe these down real quick, and then we'll go ahead and start tacking on them. Now time for my favorite part. Is the battery gonna fit? Oh, I sure as hell hope so. This is a lot of work. God damn it. Why does it not fit? Oh, I'm too good. Alrighty, we're gonna finish welding those real quick. So basically what happened here is I fit everything up a little too tight. And so we had to go through, grind out all the tacks, drop the battery in, fit everything up, and then use these 90-degree clamps to kind of keep everything in place while we tacked all 4 corners. Now we're gonna go through, finish weld all 4 of the outside corners. And we'll go from there. There's a gnarly gap. Look at this. It's not that one, it's this one. Look at that gnarly gap. So we'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm really happy that I was actually able to get this to work. So I think this is how we're gonna end up welding it. But listen, I'm not the best welder on the planet, but I'm learning. And the important thing is, this isn't structural yet, so we should be fine. So what I'm thinking is we start right here and we're just gonna kind of weave back and forth and try and close that gap up, but I need to cut this wire first. Alrighty, we're just basically gonna do little C's. We'll see how well it works. Alrighty, so we've burned through the end of that, but I'm really happy about that. Also, for anyone critiquing them using water to cool down these welds, this shit ain't structural. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, we're gonna cool this down real quick. Do another fit with the battery just to make sure nothing shifted too badly on us. And then we'll paint it and call it a day. We're not gonna be tacking it into the body yet, just because I don't have time for that. But hopefully we'll do that tomorrow, or we'll probably do it on the next episode. Today I'll probably just be fabrication. I'm gonna go cool this down real quick and I'll be back. Let's get this battery. See if she fits. Oh, she's gonna fit. I gotta grind down the inside of these welds. See, I told you. Those inside welds were gonna kill me. So we got that one right there. We got this one right here. Ironically, our worst fitting corners, because that's just how that goes. So we'll grind that down real quick, give another test fit. I have zero concerns. And we're not gonna be welding the back side of this. We're just gonna be doing just the front. So let's grind that down real quick. What do I want to use? Oh, we're gonna use like an air. We're gonna be using this guy. It's a little air grinder. Now I'll be able to really get into those corners and grind everything out. So I'm gonna put on my PPE and we'll get going on that. Already. So we ground down that inside corner. Obviously there's a little bit left, but I don't think it'll be a giant issue. Same thing with down here. Let's test fit that battery. Oh. Like a glove, dude. And when this thing's solid, this isn't gonna be going anywhere. So we're gonna wipe this down once again, and then give it a quick paint job. Alrighty guys, that's gonna be the end of today's video. If you liked it, make sure to like and subscribe. I know this is kind of a weird video where we did a little bit of one project, we did a lot of things, but this is how some of the videos are gonna be. You know, there's not always something big and glamorous to do. Remember, seats get here, or not seats get here today, I wish. Seats are getting ordered today, Heims are getting ordered today. Next week we'll hopefully start building the suspension. It depends on when those Heims get here, but make sure to go follow my Instagram. Once again, Idaho Off-Road, IDAHOFFROAD on Instagram. You'll see more content of the Tacoma, a lot of content of the Tacoma. You'll see updates as I get parts. I'll post them on my Instagram. And yeah, we'll be doing a video every week. So like, subscribe, stay tuned. See you on the next one.